The Shindaiwa C270 brush cutter is built with a durable 27.2cc two-stroke air-cooled engine and is 100% Japanese technology. At 6.3 kilograms, this brush cutter is light enough for long-term use without operator fatigue. The 1.8-meter solid steel drive shaft provides excellent torque and load capacity for clearing brush and plants. The C270 incorporates a chrome-plated cylinder for outstanding durability and reliable strength. The ergonomic bicycle-style handle features rubber grips for improved comfort and control. And it has an electronic ignition which allows easy startups and smooth acceleration. Starting the C270 is easy. To begin with, fill the fuel tank with a gasoline and oil mixture in a ratio of 50:1. This is equivalent to about 20 milliliters of oil per liter of fresh gasoline or 76 cc's per gallon. A JASO FD rated oil such as Shindaiwa 1 oil is recommended. Do not fill completely to allow for fuel expansion in the tank. Make sure the cutting attachment is not in contact with the ground to prevent accidents. Place the ignition switch to the start position. Press the throttle trigger, then lock it in position using the throttle lock button. Prime the engine by repeatedly pressing the carburetor purge bulb until you see the fuel travel back to the return line. Place the choke lever in the closed position. Pull the starter rope until you hear the engine just about to start. This should take no more than 2 or 3 pulls. Immediately place the choke lever to the open position. Pull the starter rope once or twice more to start the engine. After the engine is running, press the trigger to disengage the throttle lock. Let the engine warm up for a few minutes at idle speed. To stop the engine, place the ignition switch to the stop position. Safety should be your first concern before operation. Use safety gear such as hearing protection, safety helmet with face shield, boots, lower leg protectors, goggles, and gloves. When using a cutting blade, be sure it's a blade recommended by Shindaiwa. Always check that the cutting attachment is properly installed and adjusted before use. Always be sure the debris shield is in place to prevent accidents. When using a blade, check that it is not out of balance or has any cracks. If so, in either case, it should be replaced immediately. Simple routine maintenance will keep your brush cutter operating in peak conditions for many years. Here are some things that should be checked prior to each workday. Check the air filter. If it is dirty, wash it with soap and water. If the filter is damaged, replace it immediately. Check the cooling fins for clogging and clean them as necessary using a brush to avoid overheating the engine. Check the muffler. If it is clogged, take the unit to an authorized workshop for cleaning. Check the fuel filter on a monthly basis. If it is damaged or blocked, replace it. The fuel filter should be replaced once a year. At that time, check the fuel lines and if any leaks are found, replace them immediately. Check the condition of the spark plug electrodes on a monthly basis. If dirty, clean them with a wire brush and calibrate using a 0.6 or 0.7 millimeter feeler gauge. You should replace the spark plug if it is worn or approximately once a year to allow for easy startups. Do not attempt any carburetor adjustments on your own. Carburetor adjustments should only be performed by authorized workshops. Inspect the gear case and change the grease every 50 hours of use. Shindaiwa recommends lithium-based grease such as Shindaiwa 2. If the unit is going to be stored for over 30 days, empty the fuel tank, start up the unit, and let it run at idle until it stops. Allow the engine to cool approximately 10 minutes. Continue by removing the spark plug, pouring about 10 milliliters of oil into the cylinder through the spark plug hole. Place a rag over the hole and then slowly pull the starter rope several times to distribute the oil internally. Lastly, reinstall the spark plug, lubricate the gear case, and clean the entire unit. Store the unit in a dry, well-ventilated place. Here are the selling benefits for the Shindaiwa C270 brush cutter. A 27.2cc engine built with Japanese technology. A slide valve type carburetor ensures smooth, uninterrupted acceleration. A solid steel drive shaft. Pre-lubricated shaft bushings for superior vibration reduction. And lastly, oversized gears and bearings for extended life.